In November, I participated along with a number of chiefs in Ontario in an event that was called Days at the Legislature at Queen's Park, and also took part in a meeting with Premier Kathleen Wynne. We spent 2 days at Queen's Park on November 26th and 27th, having a number of roundtables with a variety of cabinet ministers. We started off by attending the Legislature to hear a statement by Minister David Zimmer, the Minister of Aboriginal Affairs, about the province's intention to have a Treaty Education and Awareness Day. There will eventually be a motion introduced in the Legislature about this day, but it will be prepared with input from the First Nations and will only be introduced after our full input and agreement. A number of cabinet ministers made themselves available for roundtable discussions on a variety of issues such as education, resource revenue sharing, climate change, and missing and murdered Indigenous women. I had the opportunity to speak privately with a number of the ministers who all expressed an interest in having further meetings with us and in visiting Six Nations. So we are following up with on requesting some of those meetings. We're hoping to get Minister of Health down here and the Minister of Child and Youth. So we're working on getting that and establishing a relationship with those ministers. On Friday, November 28th, I attended a meeting along with the Grand Chiefs of the provincial territorial organizations in Ontario with Premier Kathleen Wynne. We presented her with a proposal to strengthen the relationship between Ontario and the First Nations. This included the development of a political accord, which would outline 2 separate processes to carry on discussions. One would be dealing with jurisdictional issues affecting everyone, and the other would be dealing with more regional and local issues. Teams are being put together and we'll begin working on this accord, and we hope to have that completed by the end of March. I was just at a meeting at the Chiefs of Ontario last week, and we're looking at moving this along and working with the new Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Aboriginal Affairs to get this moving. We had a couple of events where we had to say farewell and thanks to people. We did say farewell and thanks to our former fire chief, Mike Seth. He had worked at the Six Nations Ambulance Service for a number of years, as well as the Six Nations Fire Department, and he has now taken up the new position of the fire chief for the city of Thorold. And we wish Mike all the best and thank him for all the work he did for us when he was in our community. We also want to extend a sincere thank you to Marion McDonald, who served as Six Nations representative on the Grand Erie District School Board for the past 8 years. As of December 1st, Karen Sandy was appointed as the new representative for the Six Nations on the Grand Erie District School Board. Marion did a lot of work during the 8 years, and so she's getting a well-deserved rest right now, but I'm sure we're going to use her in some future events.